What's up guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Niveth and today we're going to be taking a look at Mac OS Monterey running on a 2019 MacBook Pro. So yes, WWDC 2022 has finished and they have some pretty interesting products that are released, such as the M2 MacBook Air. You can see the problem with the MacBook Air M2 is that the SSD speeds, they say it's better than the 2020 M1 MacBook Air. But problem is, yes, it has a better processor and everything, but the SSD speeds is what matters the most. Turns out, the biggest joke is that Apple say that the M2 is faster than M1. Funny thing is, the SSD of the MacBook Air M2 is actually slower than the MacBook Air M1 2020. How do you explain? Isn't newer supposed to be better? But then it turns out that older is better than newer, and that's exactly what's happening with this MacBook Pro. I mean, yes, Monterey and is lagging a little bit, but I don't know how Ventura is going to run. Yeah, Ventura, that's the new release of Mac OS. So before the release of Mac OS Ventura in September, I'm going to be talking about older operating systems like Monterey, and this is a big leap in technology. Like Big Sur, Monterey is monumental. So let's get right into it. Okay, so there's this really cool feature in Mac OS Monterey. Actually, all Apple operating systems have this: FaceTime. So you can keep FaceTime conversations going as you watch TV shows and movies, and you can also listen to music and share your screen with SharePlay. And it's an entirely new way to have experiences with family and friends, no matter what distance that you're facing on. So there's this new feature in Mac OS Monterey called SharePlay. So you can keep FaceTime conversations going as you watch TV shows and movies, listen to music, or share your screen with SharePlay. It's an entirely new way to have experiences with family and friends, no matter the distance. In this pandemic time we have to work from home, so this SharePlay is good if you want to catch up with your friends, your family, overseas, doesn't matter. As long as you're having fun and the comfort of your home, you can just stream whatever content you have. However, this is only available on FaceTime and is not available in any other messaging app, unfortunately. So I hope that Apple can export this technology to app developers so that they can implement this technology in their apps. So there's this feature in Messages where it says shared with you, and the links, images and other content shared with you in Messages are featured in a new shared with you section in the corresponding app. So in any app you can find shared content, see who recommended it and reply right from the app you're enjoying it from. Without going back to Messages. Honestly, I think it's a really cool feature. Problem is, I don't use Messages, I don't use FaceTime. I only use certain apps like Safari, then they've got the Microsoft Office and all. So yeah, let's move on to Safari. So there is this new feature in Safari where it shows the contact tab bar and it takes up less space on the page and takes on the color of the site you're on, and extending the web page to the edge of the window. So tabs have been combined with the smart search field, and it gives you access to powerful Safari features with a click of a tab. So I'm just going to open up Safari here. As you can see, it is showing the older version of Safari for no other reason, but there are some minimal changes. As you can see, there's the tabs. Now I'll just show it to you, the newer version of Safari from Apple's website. As you can see, I mean, it's still Safari, so yeah. And there's also tab groups, like as you can see here. You can create a new empty tab group, and you can add your tabs here. Honestly, I think it's a really cool feature. So thank you, Apple. And you can also access tab groups anywhere, so you can view them on your Mac, and then you can transfer them to your iPhone simultaneously. And there's also this new focus feature. So remember how in Mac OS Big Sur that you can just adjust to whatever focus you want, like turn on do not disturb mode and all. Now Monterey has made it even easier. So as you can see, I'm just going to click on command. So as you can see here, I'm just going to click on the control center focus, and as you can see, it says there are some customized options. So as you can see here, it says for 1 hour or until tomorrow morning. You just put sleep, so that notifications will not affect you in any way when you're doing important things. Only important notifications will come to you. All you do is just customizing the automations tab. So you can choose a focus, and it helps you stay in the moment when you need to concentrate or step away. And you can choose on a focus that only allows notifications you want. You can get work done while you're in the zone or enjoy distraction, free dinner. You can pick a list of suggested focus options or create your own, like this one over here. And then you can enable focus on one of your devices, and it is automatically set across all of them using hand drop, of course. Introducing Quick Note. So we all know that Notes is your go-to app to capture any thought. And then with the new Quick Note feature, you can jot down ideas no matter where you are or what you're doing on the Mac. It's like letting you know directly on whatever app you're working in. You can put anything, like all you need to do to activate this Quick Note feature is just you need to put your mouse cursor around here, and automatically a new note comes out and you can type whatever you want. Yes, you should subscribe to Niveth Legend 123, please. And you can check out my videos, and they're really nice. And yeah, you just put Safari highlights, tags, and mentions to Quick Note. You can get to important names, numbers, and ideas very easily. And you can find your Quick Note is very easy only in supported apps, by the way. Majority of them are Apple. But yeah, and then you can, and of course it's all synced by iCloud, so you can view them on your Mac, you can view them on your iPhone, you can view them on your iPad. Honestly, which is a very neat feature. Well, I tried my best. Turns out this, I mean, it is possible to put universal control over from this MacBook Pro to this iPad. However, it is in beta development right now, and even if I can get it working, these two devices that you're seeing here is not up to date. So yeah, I mean, have difficulty updating this MacBook Pro recently. I mean, you know, Apple is all transitioning to Apple Silicon, right? And this is an Intel Mac, not even 3 years old, so not even 5 years old though. So yeah, I think this iPad is going to last longer than this MacBook Pro. You know, in Mac OS Ventura, you know you know what's the oldest Mac that's compatible? A 2017 MacBook. No, I'm not joking. 2017 MacBook. What about the 2015 MacBook Pro? No, they're all gone. They're no longer supported. I'm talking about Ventura. So Ventura is a really tough OS. So we'll talk about those features in a bit. But yeah, as of right now, universal control is not working. That's all I can say. So you know that you can AirPlay the phone to your TV, right? That's AirPlay. But now you can actually AirPlay your phone to your MacBook, to your Mac. Honestly, I think that's a really neat feature. I mean, why was even the need for this feature? I mean, just like that, right? You just need to cast whatever you're doing on your phone onto your Mac. You can just put it all on display. So the power of AirPlay finally comes to the Mac. You can share, play, and present content from another Apple device with a big, beautiful screen of your Mac. You can also mirror or extend your display to pump up your productivity. And then there's Sidecar, yeah, if you didn't know. For iPad, for iPhone, I'm not sure. I mean, I can do it, but right now the phone that I'm currently recording is an iPhone 13 Pro Max, and so I'll not be able to demonstrate this feature to you, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, you can just use it as an AirPlay speaker, and it works like an AirPlay speaker, so you can enjoy high fidelity sound when you play music or podcast from another device. It can even function as a secondary speaker to create multifunctional audio, multi-room audio, and it has live text, so live text and photos, and then the Mac lets you interact with text in any images. You just need to click an address on it and it opens in Maps. Call, message, or save any phone number that you have, and you can just copy and paste just as you would with any other text, like what happened in Photos app on iOS 15. And information of images will never leave your device. It will be stored on this. So personal details or information from images will never leave your device, which means they are secured in the Apple T2 chip that is in this MacBook Pro. And you can also do the visual lookup, so you can quickly learn about landmarks, works of art, dog breeds, and more only with a photo or image that you saw online. So let me demonstrate it to you. I'm going to open up Safari and let's search for the M2 MacBook Pro, M2 MacBook Air. As you can see, I got a random picture from somewhere, and as you can see, there's this number over here, and I'm just going to press here this arrow, and as you can see, it says add to contacts, call this number using iPhone. So this is live text in a nutshell, and it's really useful, by the way. So there's the new redesigned Maps app in Mac OS Monterey. It is available on all Apple devices after iOS 14, and it provides an all-new city experience, and you can explore cities with unprecedented detail for roads, neighborhoods, trees, buildings, and more. You can visit amazing 3D landmarks like the Golden Gate Bridge in both the day and dark mode maps. So as you can see here, we can just go towards there. Which one should we do? Grand Central Terminal, and just need to zoom in. See something different? There are buildings, 3D buildings, and then we just need to put there, increase the size. There you go, this is Grand Central Station. Then we need to go to Empire State Building. Here's another one. Looks very lifelike. New York is a nice place, and we have the Madison Square Garden. Looks realistic as well. Penn Station. So all of these buildings, right, it makes New York very special. And it's not just New York. Several cities like San Francisco, Los Angeles, pretty much every city in the US has, actually pretty much every city in the world has this kind of 3D increasement. They can view buildings in 3D on a Maps application on MacBook Pro. Isn't that cool? And there's also new transit features. So there's public transport integration. It shows nearby stations and transit lines and lets you pin favorite routes to the map. So I'm just going to activate transit mode here. Now as you can see, it changes, and here we have different lines. So I'm just going to click on a random station here. So we'll select 34th Street Penn Station, and here this is the lines that are serving that particular station. So the lines that we have here are 1, 2, and 3. So we can see that the one train downtown to South Ferry will be arriving in 2 minutes, and the three train is coming in 3 to 14 minutes. So it is crazy that we can actually see the departures and arrivals of the trains in real time. And we can also see different types of connections, like for Penn Station, like it uses PATH from New Jersey, and different lines also like A, C, and E. And this is provided by MTA New York City Transit. So thank you MTA and Apple for making people's lives better. And it's very convenient because you can see all of the train timings and all of the things that you usually see at stations. Now you can see them on your phone, and you can see which lines are serving that particular station. So thank you, Apple. And of course, we cannot stress this enough: privacy. It is very important than ever to know how the privacy is being protected. You can get greater visibility into how and when apps access your mic, and you can keep senders from learning about your activity in Mail. And there's also some protection built inside Mail. So Control Center will let you find out which apps have access to your mic, and you will see the new indicator on the screen whenever an app is accessing your mic. So Control Center lets you find out which apps have access to your mic, and you'll see the new indicator on your screen whether an app is accessing your microphone. So I'll demonstrate to you by activating Siri. As you can see here, there's this purple dot. So there's this orange dot actually. And as you can see here, it says Siri recently. So it knows which app is using, and it'll warn you which app the microphone is active on, so that you don't have to do whatever you want and just go to extreme measures and tape your microphone and tape your camera, because that's some people are doing, and that's wrong. Not only you destroy your camera, you'll also make your camera look even bad than it was before if you tape your camera. Just don't do that. I don't do that actually, because it's no point. You'll just destroy the camera even more. So yeah, it says Siri recently. So there you go. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment on how should I improve my video below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.